Israel and the United States have denied reports of a ceasefire agreement with Hamas in Gaza. This comes just a day after Palestinian sources claimed that Hamas had agreed to a framework proposed by US Special Envoy Steve Witkoff. However, both the US and Israeli governments have rejected those claims, calling them inaccurate and misleading, according to reports. According to Reuters, Witkoff himself denied that Hamas had accepted the US-backed proposal. He said the version of the deal that was reportedly accepted by Hamas was completely unacceptable. He also clarified that it was not the one he had presented. Israeli officials echoed this statement. They told Reuters that the proposal Hamas claimed to accept was not from the United States. They went further, saying, and I quote, "No responsible government could accept it." End quote. Despite these denials, Palestinian sources maintained on Monday that Hamas had agreed to the proposal shared by the US and Steve Witkoff. According to them, the proposal outlined a 70-day ceasefire and the release of 10 living Israeli hostages in 2 stages. In return, there would be a partial withdrawal of Israeli forces from the Gaza Strip. But Witkoff's actual proposal was different. It called for a 60-day ceasefire and the release of the same number of captives in 2 phases. The plan also involved ongoing negotiations during the ceasefire to reach a permanent end to hostilities, enable humanitarian aid entry, and gradually withdraw Israeli troops from Gaza. Meanwhile, as these conflicting reports on ceasefire swirl, the war continues to rage in Gaza. Israel launched a deadly strike on a UN school being used as a shelter. At least 36 Palestinians were killed, and most of them were women and children. Videos from the scene showed terrified children running through smoke and fire at the Fahmi al-Jarjawi school. Local reports say many of those sheltering there were burned alive. Israel, however, has dismissed reports of civilian casualties. It claims the strike targeted key Hamas and Islamic Jihad terrorists. According to Israeli statements, the site was being used as a command and control center embedded within the area. As calls for a ceasefire grow louder and diplomatic confusion deepens, the humanitarian crisis in Gaza only worsens. Stay tuned for more updates.